ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतये श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
Hare Krishna, I'm sorry. Okay. Let's start. My screen.
Mataji, do you want the co-host for other device also, right?
No, Mataji, I think, no, I am able to share. This is enough. Do I have mustache? I hear you. Just video filters, none. Okay. Okay, let's go. So today we are starting our new canto, Canto 3. And also we started new shloka, right? Who wants to say? Let me see who raised hands. Samskriti. Samskriti.
Yes, Mataji. Yasvanubhavamakya surat Ismarnekam Adhyatmajipam Adhishtatam Tamodhyagam
Samsarinam.
Karinaya Purana Kriyam Tam Vyasa Sunam Apyami Puram Maninam.
Okay, good. Athar, you want to say?
Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, go ahead.
Yasvan Bhavam Atila Shruti Saram Ekam Adyat Madhipam Daitam Atiti
Tatam. Tamo. Are you still there?
Yes, Mataji. Atiti Satam Tamodam Samsarinam
Karunaya.
Karunaya Purana Guhyam Tam Vyasa Sunum Apayami Gurum Muninam. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Ansh. Is it Ansh? You want to say? Are you joining? Are you joining newly? I didn't see you last week. You're from which place?
Michigan.
Michigan. You're from Farmington Hills.
Hare Krishna Mataji. We stayed 2 hours north of Farmington Hills. My name is Anand Kishori Devi Dasi. I'm Ansh's mother. We live 2 hours north of Farmington Hills, Mataji.
Good to see you. Hare Krishna.
We got to know about your class from Divya Priya Mataji in Farmington Hills.
Okay. Good, Mataji. Good to have Ansh in our call. I hope you keep joining. Okay, how old are you?
6, but I'm turning 7 this year.
Oh, then just like my son, he'll come soon. My son is Dina Krishna. He's also turning 7 soon in June. And we have Brinda. She just turned 7. So you have friends. Okay? Want to try shloka? Go ahead.
Yasva nibhutavam akhaleya smruti saram ekam adhyayatam adhyatmate dipam atirsharam tamo
Tamondam.
Samsaram
Karunayaha.
Karunyaha Purana Ghoyam Vyasam Sunra
Upayami.
Garam
Muninam. Ramchandra, go ahead.
Yasvanubhavam Akila Sriti Saramekam. I can't see what just happened. Okay. Yasvanubhavam Akila Sriti Saramekam Adhyatma Deepam Atitirsatam Tamondam Samsarinam Karunayaha Purana Gayam Tam Vyasasunam Upayami Gurum Muninam.
Athar. Suraj.
Yes, Mataji.
Athar already said. Sorry. Suraj, Advait. Sorry, Athar. I know you did it. Instead of calling Advait, I called.
Mataji, what should I say then?
Suraj, wait. Let Advait finish. Then you can go. Go ahead, Advait.
Yasvanubhavan Akila Srutisaram Ekam Adhyatmadipam Aditat Sadatam Tamotyam Samsaram Karunayat Puranaguyayam Tamyasa Sunya Apayam Gurumam Muninam. Thank you, Mataji.
Why are you not showing your face? Suraj.
Yes, Mataji.
Go ahead.
Yasvanubhavam Akila Srutisaram Ekam Adhyatmadipam Atitirsatam Tamondam Samsarinam Karunaya Puranaguhyam Tam Vyasasunam Upayami Gurum Muninam.
Good job. Jagdish. Jagadish.
Mataji.
You want to say the shloka?
Can you help me, Mataji?
Okay, I will always, when you ask me for help, I will always ask one of the friend to say it. Oh, Shriyan is there. Shriyan, come on. You say you help him. Shriyan likes to teach anyways, right, Shriyan?
Yes.
Always he takes to teach. Go ahead. You say slowly, okay? Jagdish will repeat. Yasvanubhavam. Go ahead, start.
Yasvanubhavam Akila Shrutisharamekam
Akila
Alika Shutri Sharam Ekam Adhyatmadipam Atitirsatam
Adhyatmadipam
अध्यात्मं दीपम्
अतितीर्षतं ताम
अतीर्दिशं ताम
निन्दं
निदम्
Jagdish, it is Atitir Satam. Atitir Satam.
Mataji, can I help Jagdish?
Okay, wait. Go ahead. Samsarinam.
संसारिणां करुणया
संसारिणं करुणया
पुराणगुह्यं
पुराणगुह्यं
तं व्याससूनुं
तं व्याससूनुम्
उपयाम गुरुं मुनीनाम्.
उपयामगुरुं मुनीयाम्.
Thank you,
Good
Mataji.
job, Jagdish and Shriyan. Mukund, come on. In 1 minute, we have 2 more minutes. We have to finish. Mukund,
Yes, Mataji.
why are you not doing your video?
I'm telling
Go
you.
ahead. Say.
यस्वानुभावम् अखिलाशतिसारमेकम् अध्यात्मदीपमतितीर्षतां तमोऽन्धं संसारिणां करुणया पुराणगुह्यं तं व्याससूनुमुपयामि गुरून्मुनीनाम्.
Dhruba,
यशवनुभवम् अखिलश्रुतिसरम् एकम् आध्यात्मदीपम् अतितिशतं तमोनीतं संसारिणं करुणायाः पूर्णगुह्यं तं वशसुनुम् अपयामि गुरुं मुनीनाम्.
Upayam. It's not Apayami. Okay, Upayam. Okay. Tulsi Manjari, I see you after a long time. Tulsi Manjari. Ojasvi. I see one name, Vikram. Ojasvi, your grandparents came?
Yes, Mataji, they're coming.
They didn't reach yet?
No, Mataji, they just
Okay.
half an hour.
Okay, then say this for your grandparents. Say the shloka.
Yes, Mataji.
Loud.
यः स्वानुभावम् अखिलश्रुतिसारम् सारमेकम् अध्यात्मदीपम्
Satam.
अतिथितीर्षतां तमोन्दं संसारिणां
Karuna.
करुणयाः पुराणगुह्यं तं व्याससूनुम् उपयामि गुरु
Muninam.
मुनीनाम्.
Okay, I think almost all of you are done. I want one of you to say translation and then we will start. Ramchandra, you didn't get a
Could I say?
Oh, Shriyan, let's see if there is anybody else who didn't get chance, okay? Then if there is nobody, Isha, can you say the translation for me?
Yes, Mataji.
Who is that? Somebody else said, can I say? Who's that?
I did.
Is that Krishna Naina?
No, it's Ansh.
Ansh, we will give chance to somebody who didn't get. Isha didn't get a chance at all, okay? Go ahead.
Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto him, the spiritual masters of all sages, the son of
Vyasadeva.
Vasudeva, who out of his great compassion for those gross materialistics who
struggle
to cross over the darkest regions of material nature existence,
spoke
this most confidential supplement to the cream of Vedic knowledge, after having personally assumed by it experience. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so we are starting. Mataji summarized Canto 2 on Monday, and we are going to see Canto 3. So Canto 3 has 3 things. Okay. The first thing is Vidura is going on a pilgrimage, and we will also talk about Varahadev appearance and his adventures and Kapiladev's teachings. So these 3 are the main important things. Okay. So let's see. So the second canto ended where Suta Goswami was asked by the sages about the discussion that has happened between Vidura and Maitreya. And Sukadeva Goswami felt very happy. When somebody asks very good questions, we feel very happy. The teacher feels happy, the parent feels happy, like that. He also felt happy. He said, wow, exactly this was the question that Parikshit Maharaj asked to Sukadeva Goswami. And he will say, now let's see what Sukadeva Goswami answered. So now Sukadeva Goswami, when Parikshit Maharaj asked about Vidura and Maitreya, he started saying about Vidura. So who is Vidura? If you have to say in one sentence, who is Vidura? Answer, please.
The Prime Minister of Hastinapur and a great devotee of Lord Krishna.
Uncle of Krishna.
Yamaraj.
Okay, one is saying Yamaraj. One of you said uncle of Krishna. And some
Vidura
of you,
is the incarnation of Yamaraja who came to this earth as the son of a maidservant and a king but then he's not allowed to get the throne because of that reason. Okay.
Suraj, Mr. Suraj, I said one sentence, not one paragraph. I said, this, who is Vidura? Why are you so dull? You're not well? You're sick? Are you sick?
Well, Mataji, I have come down with a cold, but I'm not sick.
Okay. Okay. More questions, okay? Then I'll get back to you.
Vidura was he was Yamaraj, but he turned into Vidura because of a curse.
Yes, correct. We'll see what that curse is also, okay? Once again, we'll do a recap of that curse. So, yes, he was the stepbrother of Dhritarashtra and Pandu. He was the Mukund. Mukund is always keeping different backgrounds. So he was the uncle, he was the prime minister, he was son of a maid servant, he is Yamaraj, all are correct. So, and the speciality of Vidura's house is, see, now I'm staying in Fort Myers, past 9 years. And in couple of months, I have to move to Tampa. Okay. And I feel very sad now because why? I'm attached to my house. I'm attached to this place. I'm attached to my neighbors, everything. So I start thinking, oh, what will I do there? What am I going to do there? So many things. So we are very attached to our place, our things, our situations, right? How many of us agree? Raise hands. Okay. All of us agree. Okay.
Mataji,
So similarly, now Vidura is...
I don't agree because that's not true for me. Actually, no, I don't like my house because I have no enough toys. No.
You have no enough toys. You are a little kid, right? So you can say anything. That's fine. When you grow big, then when you get maturity, you will understand. Because as a kid, you want toys, chocolates, things to play. Only that much you can think. Okay. So, but now Vidura is leaving his home and he's going on a pilgrimage. And his house is very special because the Lord used to come to his house. Lord Krishna used to come to his house. You all know that famous pastime where one time Duryodhan calls him cooking nice feast. But Krishna didn't choose to go to Duryodhan's house. Rather, he went to Vidura's house. You all know that banana peel story. I'm sure.
The wife of Vidura also gave Lord Krishna banana peels to eat.
Vidurani, yes. So, but Vidura left his house and is going. Why? So now they're asking, where and when did this discussion happen between Vidura and Maitreya? How did this happen? Where did this happen? When did it happen? So, see, that's the greatness about two devotees coming together, right? When two devotees come together, you can notice, Like when you see two non-devotees talking, they talk about news, politics, or latest movies. That's what I see here. My kids go outside and play, and then they came inside and they were asking about a movie, recent release. What is R movie? Because they get to hear from their friends. So that's what they discuss. But when two devotees
our movies aren't appropriate for kids.
it's one South Indian movie, Suraj. So then what happened? But now when Vidura and Maitreya, two great souls, they come and they talk about Lord, right? So good questions are always very, very important. Sometimes we might think, I cannot ask a question like me. I cannot ask questions. When somebody says something, I don't get any question. I'll just listen. So if that case, what you should do is at least hear to somebody who is asking nice questions and listen to the answer what the speaker is giving. So that eagerness should be there. Like how Krishna said, who knows this shloka? Machitta madgata.
Machita madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam katayan tascha nityam tushanti tamanti cha.
So what is Krishna saying? They derive great satisfaction and bliss when they're conversing about my glories. So when nice two devotees are coming together, they should take immense pleasure in conversing about the Lord. They can't say, I know this, I know already, I know this story, I know this. We can say like that. Okay. And
My wife is like,
before even Vidura met Maitreya, he met Uddhav. Okay, on the way. And Uddhav was requested by the Lord Krishna himself to go to Badrikashram and preach to the sages. That was the instruction that Uddhav got, because Uddhav was very sad. He came to know that Krishna is going to leave this material world. Uddhav said, I will also leave this material world. But Krishna said, no, you have to stay back and go to give your association to the sages. Thereby they will not miss me. See, if a devotee who listens to Krishna is there, so just by hearing to that devotee, we will get the message what Krishna wants to say us. So associating with great devotees is very, very important. Okay. Now, as you said, Vidura, little brief history of Vidura. Vidura's mother is a maid servant, and he's a brother of Dhritarashtra and Pandu Maharaj. But because he's the son of the maid servant, he doesn't get as many privileges as his brother. Still, he has privileges, but not equal to the other brothers. But Vidura from childhood was very extremely nice, very gentle, and he's one of the he loves Pandavas. Actually, he loved Kauravas also. He didn't want Kauravas to suffer, but Pandavas, they never took his suggestion, right? And as you all rightly said, Vidura is none other than Yamaraj, and his mother, who is the maid servant, his name is Parishrami. So what happened? Story I know most of you all know. Now you'll start saying, I know, Mataji. This is for those who, yeah, this is for those who don't know. So one time there's a Brahmana called Mandavya Rishi, and what is he doing? He's doing his tapasya, sitting in front of his ashram silently under a tree, raising his hands. He's busy in his meditation. And then slowly some thieves approached. They were taking some belongings of the king. They stole all those things and they were coming towards the ashram side, and they are being chased by the police. And what did they do? They wanted to escape, right? So what did they do? They left the stolen property at Mandavya Rishi's ashram, and they left. So when the cops came, they mistook that because the king's belongings are in this Rishi's ashram. What do? They took him to the court, and he was given a punishment. And what that punishment was, along with him, the thieves were also arrested. So there's a trident, and the punishment is they're made to sleep on the trident. Their back is there on the trident, and the other thieves died in some days, but this Rishi didn't die. It is said that Lord Shiva came and blessed him for having longevity. So then everybody comes to know that he's not dying means he's not a normal person. And then the king also came, and he also came to know that Lord Shiva has come to see him, and he begged for forgiveness. He said, please forgive me. I think I made a mistake. And then they tried to pull the trident, but the trident was not coming. So they chopped the trident, and the tip of the trident was still in his back. So the tip is called Ani. That's why he's also called as Ani Mandavya. And that is there in his body for many, many days. And one time he visited Yamaraj, and then he asked, why did this happen to me? Why am I afflicted with this trident? Then Yamaraj says, when you were little, you used to catch small birds and pierce them with grass reeds. In a funny way. Little kids don't know. Many times they just do stamping of the ants, flies. Kids don't know, right? So he says, that's why you're going through all this. And then he got very upset. He said, till the age of 12, you can't do that. How can you punish little children? And he will curse. He will say, I curse you that you may be born in a Shudra caste. So because of that, he had to come here for 100 years. And during that time, who was there in Yamaraj's position? Aryama. Aryama was taking care of Yamaraj's position, and Yamaraj came down as Vidura. And there is a place in Nepal called Mundaka Ashram. This is the place where the Mandavya Rishi was doing his penance, his tapasya. That's there in Nepal. Okay. So that's the story. And Vidura is very, very loyal, and he was giving so many suggestions. Dhritarashtra didn't listen, Duryodhana didn't listen. Like so many times, we will also not listen. Parents will say, we will not listen. Guru will say, we will not listen. We just want to do what we want to do. Though the words are very nice, you don't like it, right? Like how sugarcane is very sweet, but when you're diseased with jaundice, you cannot get the sweetness. Similarly, because we are diseased condition, we don't take any good words. So then what happened? Krishna came as a mediator. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, came, and he was asking. Then also the Duryodhana didn't listen, and Duryodhana was in fact trying to captivate him. But Krishna shows his universal form, and then he leaves that place. So then what happens? He was not listening to Krishna. So Krishna said, okay, now battle is going to come because I tried and you're not listening. Krishna always tries, but he didn't listen. What will Krishna do? Many times, many say, why Krishna let this battle happen? He tried, but they were not listening. What can he do? And then after Krishna leaves, Dhritarashtra called Vidura. What do you think about this? Because Vidura is considered as a topmost those days in politics, behavior, giving some suggestions. So he called. Then he straightly said, you have to give Yudhishthira's kingdom. They have been suffering a lot, and you have been doing so many offenses. And Bhima is very revengeful. They're all waiting for a right opportunity. And Krishna treats them as his own family. And when Krishna is there, definitely they are going to win. How are you going to face this? They have unlimited supporters. Yadu dynasty is there. He was requesting, please don't do this. But he will say, Duryodhana is doing all bad, but you're maintaining him, and all your auspicious qualities are lost. Dhritarashtra, he tells to Dhritarashtra, because of Duryodhana, you're maintaining him, not condemning him. Your all qualities are gone. See, that's what association. When we are associating with bad people, all our good qualities are gone. That's what he's saying to Dhritarashtra. And the son is called Apatya. Apatya means what? He who stops father from falling down. For whatever reasons, if father and mother make some mistake or they are not able to go back to Godhead, but if a son follows everything nicely, he can deliver the mother and father. So son is called Apatya. And he says, Vidura says, get rid of Duryodhana. He said that. And that time Duryodhana and Karna and his younger brothers were present. Sometimes we might say the truth, right? That is true, but we cannot take it. Agree? Suppose somebody comes and says, you don't do math well. You study very bad. Will we get angry or not? Or somebody says you get yes, right? When in this context,
Actually, I never get angry if somebody says that I'm really, really bad at math, because that's totally true, and I admit, and I
okay, then you're very special, Suraj. If somebody points
it's
me
not
out
Suraj,
now,
it's me. It's not Suraj, it's me, Mataji. It's Shriyan.
Mataji, that would be quite offensive to.
no, I'm saying Shriyan. No, it's not about offensive. I'm saying we'll feel bad, Suraj. Somebody comes and says something about, suppose they say you're short, or you're dark or something that they comment, we feel bad. Sometimes we get angry, we get mad. Yes or no? You're fat.
Mataji,
Yes,
but
especially
Mataji,
because I'm a math
the
fan.
math part that you were saying about that example, it is true that yes, we will feel bad, but then it depends on who says it also. If our friend says it, or if someone younger and less knowing than us say it, then you'll feel very bad and you might even scold them. But then if like a teacher or your parents say, then you'll try to fix it.
Yeah, but if it's
Because
like
you
a
are
bully, we won't
but
even
then
care.
no, because you're all good children, you will think like that. But what if some rebellious kid is there? Then everything he doesn't take, like Duryodhan. Vidura is giving good suggestion, but Duryodhan is not taking it nicely, right? Yes or no?
If it was some bully or something, I wouldn't care because all they say just make us to make us sad, and whatever they say is not true.
Yeah. On this context, I'm getting reminded of one story. It's a funny story, not spiritual, but I'll share because maybe you all will like. I just said to my kids recently, like how somebody pinpoints our mistakes, we'll feel offensive. We should not feel like that. King, okay. And in that kingdom, like there is a minister, there is a brahmana, there is a dancer, there is even a comedian in a kingdom. Okay. So this comedian is very smart. He used to crack nice jokes in a singing way. He used to go into the people nicely, say the jokes, lot of jokes. And he would also spy like what is happening in other towns. So like king used to like him a lot because he's a very useful person in the kingdom. So everybody used to laugh. It was going very nice. And one day this comedian was joking. What he was joking, he said, our king is very short. Then the king was laughing. He was laughing. And he said, oh, our king doesn't walk properly. His legs, like, he walks like this, like this, like this. That's for go take path. You look very. I said to you this story already. So he says, our king doesn't walk properly. Then the king is like, he was laughing. Okay. Then everybody was laughing. And he said, our king is mad. He doesn't even know how to talk. And then everybody was laughing again. So then he said, our king has bald head. Then the king got super angry. He stood up and he's like, oh my God, how can you say this nonsense? You're talking nonsense. Take him, arrest him, and throw him as a lion's food tomorrow. Then everybody got so confused. Till now, he said, king is short, king is not walking properly, king is mad. Why he got so upset? Suddenly, nobody understood. So next day morning, the comedian is getting ready to be fed to the lion, and everybody was feeling bad. So they came and asked, he's a very nice guy, king, can you forgive? Then the king said, I'll give him one chance. If the lion is not eating him, then I will leave him. Usually they don't leave like that. Again, they will send him till the lion keeps eating. The iterations will happen. Okay. So then this comedian said, next day, I want a very, very colorful dress. I want some ankle bells to my legs. So in the night they went, they got everything. They tied ankle bells. They put the dress, and next day morning they sent him to the lion bone, and they fed lion so nicely that before day, thinking that if the lion is full, next day is not going to eat the comedian. They're trying to kind of help the comedian, and they said, if you come to this door and touch, this door is going to open, and you will just can escape. So the comedian, okay, he entered, and the lion was looking at him. And the lion was about to come close. Then he started dancing with his bells, dung, 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 with lot of intensity, dung, 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 lots and lots of intensity. And the lion was like confused what this sound is coming from. And when the lion was about to pounce, he'll just go back. Like, he'll be dancing and going back, okay, and he will touch the door is open, and he will go out. So he escaped. As for the king said, if he escapes, the king said he will not send him back again. The king didn't send him back again. And then everybody was still thinking, why the king got so mad? Why do you think he got mad? All of a sudden. I'm asking you a question.
Mataji, because
Test?
no,
Mataji,
Mataji,
because the king was also joking.
No, Mataji, because it because the king he thought that the Joker was making a silly joke, not about him and about something else. So he was laughing. Then he started to pay attention, and then when he heard that Joker saying that bad
No,
thing, he got
no, he
angry.
was still then hearing properly only. You know why?
Mataji, I think I know why.
Yep, tell.
So previously, yeah, the Joker was like a walking funny, and he was all saying stuff like our king is so short, all of that stuff. Nobody really cares about all of that. But when one says our king has no hair, um, it's it's disrespect to a king if he has no hair. For example, Krishna disrespected some king by shaving off half of his head and half of his mustache.
Took
I
me.
Oh,
don't remember who.
but they shaved. Somebody else shaving is like that. Is disrespecting
Like
him.
it's kind of sad for him.
No, I'll tell you. So when they said the king, stop.
Mataji,
No. Okay, okay, you can tell. When they said the king doesn't walk properly, he didn't mind. They said the king is mad, he didn't mind. He said the king is this, that, he didn't mind. But when they said he's
when they said the king was bald, it was true. So that the king got angry.
The king was actually
I
bald.
knew it. I was guessing that only.
Yeah, the king was really bald, and he was feeling like, oh my god, under my crown I have been hiding this bald head since many days.
Mataji, what if the king had fake hair, like he had a wig on, so no one knows he's actually bald?
Otherwise, that we don't know why he didn't have fake hair, but that was true. Even though he has a fake
Oh,
hair, he's
Mataji,
still
I'm
bald,
saying,
right?
what if he did?
Yeah, even if he did, but still, if suppose I wear a wig and you come and say, Mataji, you're bald, somewhere in my heart it's pricking, really I am bald, right? Though I have a wig. So he got mad. So the point here is, and from the next time the comedian changed, he was, not being so
It
joke.
wasn't even the comedian's fault. He didn't know that the king was bald. He was just making a
That's
joke.
correct. So that the point I just got reminded. When we say what people have, they get very angry. I mean to say, if they're very cautious.
This was what is it?
Calm down. So
Mataji,
like
are you
that.
doing drawing today?
Yes, very simple drawing, just 5 minutes. So like that, Duryodhan got very sad, not mad, when Vidura was pointing out, like, you have to get rid of Duryodhan, and he started being get it from the sofa. He started getting very mad, and he started being very disrespectful. He said, you are the son of a mistress, and you are so crooked. You eat our food, and you spy, and you talk on others' behalf. You just get away from our kingdom. And Vidura thought this is the plan of the Supreme Lord, and he hands over his bow, arrow, everything. He will give all the belongings, he says, except his breath. Just he will order the soldiers, take everything from him, because his uncle, at least, see, olden days, even the bad people had some decency. He didn't say kill him. He rather said, except his breath, just get rid of everything. And then Vidura left everything, and he started traveling alone, and he was just thinking about Krishna. And that is how we have to be when we go to holy places. And he started thinking about Krishna, and he started going, and he came to a place called Prabhasa Kshetra. Prabhasa Kshetra, I think, is in today's Somnath, Gujarat. So at that time, Yudhishthir Maharaj, the battle was over, and Yudhishthir Maharaj became the emperor. And now Vidura also was still traveling, and he's meeting different saintly people. He went to Ayodhya, Dwaraka, Mathura, and then he went to Western India, Kuru Jangala, and then on the bank of Yamuna, he met Uddhav. Uddhav is a great devotee of Lord Krishna. He got instruction from Lord Krishna not to go with him, rather go to Badrikashram. So Uddhav started following his instruction, and seeing him, Vidura started to ask him questions. What are those questions? He first embraced Uddhava, And he said, you are a companion, constant companion of Lord Krishna. Actually, Lord Krishna and Uddhav used to look similar, features wise also. And you are a great student of Brihaspati. And he said, saying that he hugged, and he said, how is everybody? How is Ugrasena? How is Samba? How is Vasudeva? How is Devaki? How is Akrura? How is Kunti? How is Aniruddha? How is Samba? How are the sons of Satyabhama? Everybody is inquiring. He's asking everybody. And he also said, I think Maharaj Yudhishthir became the king now. So maybe he's maintaining the kingdom with nice religious principles, respect. So he thinks like that. Yeah, he asked like that. And he says, how is Bhima, unconquerable Bhima? He used to be like a cobra, like he's very angry on the Kauravas. Now is his anger gone, subsided now? How about Arjuna, Nakula, Sahadev? So he's asking. And then he starts lamenting about his brother Dhritarashtra, saying that I told them, but they didn't listen. And he thought like, it's not even, he knows what happened. Like he guessed what would have happened to Dhritarashtra. And Vidura never became, Vidura, though he has gone through a lot, he's a true friend. He never became an enemy of Dhritarashtra. Rather, he continued to be his well-wisher. That's a real friend. And he has such a good behavior. He didn't say that they have to suffer. They mistreated me, ill-treated me. He didn't talk like that. And he also said the activities of the Godhead, like all the different activities, which are like those of man in this mortal world, are bewildering. See, all the activities of the Lord bewilder some people, and for some they understand, right? Devotees will understand, and non-devotees, they don't understand, right? Even Indra got bewildered, Brahma got bewildered, devotees itself got bewildered. So he's saying all the activities are bewildering to some, but by the grace of the Lord, I am very happy in all respects. I can understand his activities. So he's talking to him in the 42nd shloka, I think. And he says, Krishna tolerated all the insults that has happened to Draupadi, injustice that has happened to Pandavas. He had the mission of annihilating the miscreants, but still, seeing all this, he was very quiet. Why did he not chastise or punish Kurus immediately when Draupadi was insulted? Why? Why didn't Krishna do that? Why do you think so?
Because Mataji, because he wanted to show the entire world about, like, if you surrender fully, even if you surrender half, I'm not going to come. Only if you surrender fully, then I'm going to come. Not for anything, not just to show myself and go back home, back to Godhead, not even.
Okay, Draupadi called him and he came, right? Then itself he could have punished them, right? When
Mataji, I know.
Okay, I tell one.
I know. That's Mataji, that's because he already saved her, and second of all, he wanted to show the world how great.
Then Kauravas did so many mistakes. They put fire. The Lalak house was there. They poisoned Bhima. So many.
Mataji, can I say?
Say.
I know. Because he wanted to give a chance to the Kauravas.
He gave so many chances. He came to, that is one reason. But why do you think? Because what Krishna wanted to do is he wanted to bring all the bad people in one battle and kill everybody all at a time.
Because I think because he had to help Draupadi.
Yeah, I'm asking. Krishna came to annihilate the miscreants, destroy the bad people. So why didn't he do immediately? And he waited. He waited because Battle of Kurukshetra, all the bad people took the side of Kauravas, right? So he thought, why to kill in bits and pieces? They all can come assemble at one place, and at a time they all can be destroyed. So that was the plan. So the Lord was just waiting for that opportunity, just a shortcut. Amma.
Another reason why he waited is because he was waiting for the the limit of their pap, the limit of their sins that they commit to get finished, and also so that according to their karma, their lifetime amount finishes also.
Like Shishupal, right? He waited for 100 mistakes. Okay. And then he was saying Krishna's act, like why Krishna comes. Last time we discussed, he comes so that we get attracted to his pastimes is one reason. And he also comes to destroy the miscreants. And he says, oh, my friend Uddhav, therefore chant the glories of the Lord. He's saying now, just say about the Lord. The Lord should be glorified in this pilgrimage. So talk. And now next he will ask Uddhav. In the next chapters, he will ask, tell me about Krishna. So he's making the base now. Last sloka of this chapter is saying, so in this pilgrimage, let's glorify about the Lord. He is unborn. He appears like he talks.
Wait,
So in
Mataji, which chapter are we on?
chapter 1, canto 3, first chapter. So he will say, now Krishna, and Purport Prabhupada mentions one nice point. The thing is, whenever we go to pilgrimage, be it Vrindavan, Puri, Mayapur, Udupi, wherever we go, what do people do? They just go do business with Krishna. They will give a bunch of requirements, a package they will ask. They will come back, go to a hotel, eat food and go back home. Then get back to their normal world. That is not the way how a pilgrimage has to be done. Pilgrimage, we have to go with the devotees also. That's very, very important. Not take a car, just go see this is this. That is not a true pilgrimage. We all have to go together with devotees, talk about different pastimes of the Lord, talk about the significance of that place. So that is very, very important. Like in Mathura and Vrindavan, when we had a chance to stay, people wake up early in the morning, 4 a.m. till night. They're constantly engaged in some service. Like some go to New Vrindavan, we go to some temples. Also, we see they go 4 a.m. They attend Mangalarti, they chant Bhagavatam class, then they go to the kitchen, help. Some are cleaning, some are cutting, then some are serving, then they clean the temple. So constantly they're engaged. So it's very, very important, especially when we go to yatras, not chit-chatting about material things. So, and constantly thinking about the Lord is called as Tirtha Kirti. Tirtha is pilgrimage. So Tirtha Kirti is always thinking about the Lord. So that is very, very important. Now in summer, most of you all might be going to India and to some dhams. So instead of talking something materialistic, please keep that in mind that we should talk about Krishna. That's what Vidura is telling Uddhav and he's asking Uddhav. Okay. So as we discussed, now this title of this chapter is Questions by Vidura. So Vidura was asking Uddhav some questions. Before that, we have just seen the history of why Vidura had to start a pilgrimage. He has been insulted by Duryodhana. So he started and he meets Uddhav. And then what happened? We will see next. So today we will just do a very small drawing because it is what? R.V. Prabhupada? Prabhupada always carries Krishna with him. Jagannath is asking why Prabhupada is going by himself. He went with his dad, who is a great devotee of the Lord.
Do we draw this, Mataji? This is
Yes. Yeah, can you please draw this and yeah.
Do we draw
Yeah,
this thing on the screen? Do we draw
you can I want you to write this.
Do we write the text?
Yes.
Okay.
You can write here. Maybe one should ask.
Mataji, can we just draw?
You can do. Who is that?
Mataji, this is Suraj.
Suraj, you can just draw. Those who want to write can draw. As I always request you, please keep a book for this Bhagavatam. All the drawings. I'll get you book tomorrow. All the drawings, please do in that book because we are going systematically. It will be a very good memory also when you grow big. You can see, oh, when I was a child, I did all this. It will be very nice. So please don't draw in papers and throw it here and there.
Mataji, can you spotlight yourself?
Spotlight myself?
Yes, Mataji, because yeah, that's good.
Mataji, what should we draw in the box? I mean, write in the box.
You can write a question, any question related to Krishna, or you can write, we should ask good questions. Process. You can just, you are a big boy, right? You can make a sentence. I just put it here, right? That's the theme because the title is, as I said, we just take the theme so that you can remember. When you see the picture, you should remember what we have spoken. Is that Vrinda?
Sorry, I didn't know. Yeah, I got
It's okay, Mataji.
Why do I have a mustache?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Annaya would have kept something.
You'll get a bigger one when you get older.
I'm in a class. Shagina.
Ramachandra, not everybody gets a mustache.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody gets. It can be big, small, thick, thin.
Mataji, not everybody.
No. Everybody gets.
Every single person in the entire world gets, no matter what. Maybe it can never.
Only
even
boys and girls don't get mustaches.
Krishna is saying except girls.
Mataji, even
No,
in
girls
this,
get like small ones, not big.
even in this drawing, there are like 2 mistakes or 3.
Okay, now why are we discussing about mustache? We are saying the moral that we should discuss about the Lord. And why are we talking about mustache?
Not mustache, mistakes.
Mataji,
Amma.
I wrote, why do good things happen to bad people and bad things happen to good people? Because I heard that
Mataji,
in a lot of lectures.
Okay.
Mataji,
Amma. Yes, Mukun?
there are 2 types of mustaches.
Pronunciation very correctly, I guess.
There are 2 types of mustaches. One is the hair one, which comes on boys, and then the second one is when you eat something spicy. It's made out of water.
I know when you drink milk.
No, Mataji, not that one. Like it comes from your body.
Is
On
it?
top of yeah. Like if you eat something spicy and you're going like then it comes like sweat or something. There's like water in the mustache area. And that
Oh,
everyone gets.
okay. Shreyan, where are you? I don't see you.
Mukund, I see that unusual, but I guess it should make sense.
I got it today because I ate something spicy.
Okay. Let's not talk about that, please.
No more mustaches. When you grow up, you can have one. Sure.
I said we are stopping about. అమ్మ ఎందుకలా అమ్మ అని అరుస్తున్నా
I want to see the sun.
So Advait, you don't have a book, you're drawing in paper. Please Nana, get one book next time. You attend every time very nicely, right? It will be very nice if you can keep a book. Papers you will lose.
Mataji, I like to keep in papers because I put them all over my room, and then whenever I want to look at one, I pick one up.
That's fine. You can keep in a folder.
Mataji, before for especially for crafts, I used to do it on a separate paper, not in a book. Because even I would do the same thing. I would hang it on my room, and I actually do have many hanged in my room, and they're like right above where I sleep. But then now because we don't do those many crafts now, so I just use my book the whole time.
See, last time you all
showing mine.
last time you all drew Ram very, very nicely. I was super happy seeing all of your drawings. And Vinita Gandharvik also was saying like all the kids did a very good job.
Showing mine.
Ansh, okay, very good. Today is very simple. You all will finish in 2-3 minutes.
Yes.
Mataji,
Huh?
do you have to write the question on the paper or ask you?
No, that's what I said. Ramchandra, very, very beautiful, very nice book. You always keep book. Nisha, if you want, you can write a question, or you can Vrinda 1 minute, Nana. If you want, you can write a question, or that's fine.
Okay,
Vrinda, very good job. Please write the
Mataji, recently I learned how to draw a realistic cartoon, so this is someone's face.
Suraj, 1 minute. Brinda, write the chapter. Canto, Nana. 3 points. Ah, good job. Canto 3, chapter 1.
Oh.
Canto 3. See, she kept a rule book only. White book, while drawing on paper. If the book is over, go get another book.
There's no more books.
I have a lot of books there.
Oh, those.
Somebody was asking. Suraj, show me.
I finished mine.
Okay, Mataji, this is just the head of the guy. I'm gonna put a question mark on top of his head and make.
Is this
Very
okay,
nice.
Is this okay, Mataji? This is
Very nice.
Prahlad.
Prahlad, it's wait. Prahlad, you just can keep. Where is Prahlad?
I'm right here.
Yeah, you can keep like the person. How do we do that? Like a cloud and keep a question mark like near his head.
Okay. Like near his head, put an arrow.
Yeah, the one behind you is that the craft that your mom made. The flower I see on the wall.
Oh yeah. My mom made that.
Very nice. Very good. Good job.
Okay, I'll post it in the group.
Yes, post it, please.
Mataji, I'm done, but and I'm also gonna not color. I'm just gonna shade.
Yes, last time your drawing was very nice, Shriyan.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you for being very active. Prahlad is done. Shriyan is almost done. Anish is done. Krishna, Brinda is done. Brinda, post it in the group, Amma. Isha, you're not drawing today?
I did Mataji, see?
Can you raise it a little bit up? I think there's... Very nice. Good girl. Can you post it in the group?
Yes, can you put the screen back up so I can see the
Next
question?
time, can you see this week? Can you ask your mom to buy one book so that whenever you're joining, you can draw in that book? It's easy, right? Krishna Naina, Kushi, Samskruti, Ramachandra, send in the group.
Okay. But Mataji, can you put the screen back up so I can write the
I
question down?
posted it, Mataji. This is Prahlad. I posted it.
Nahla, let me see.
This is mine.
I posted it in the group. I posted it in the group.
I'm seeing. Prahlad, very nice. Good job. Prahlad posted, Advait posted.
Mataji is just black. Your presentation is just black. I can't see it. Oh, okay. I can see now. Thank you.
Mataji, this is. Can I show mine?
Mataji, shall I tell you something? I'm shading, but I'm also just coloring gray everything. You'll see I'm shading
You
and
didn't write. You didn't write.
I can write it.
No, write it down.
Mataji, I'm done.
నీకు అక్కడ కొత్త బుక్స్ ఉన్నాయి నాన్న బుక్ ఓజస్వి 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 wait like this. Okay, we are done. We have to end the call. It's 8:50. Wow, very nice, Ojasvi. Ojasvi, write Canto 3, Chapter 1. Write it.
Mataji, can I show this is Mukund?
Good job, Ojasvi.
Mataji, can I show this is Mukund?
Where is Mukund?
I'm here, Mataji.
Okay, I'll be wait.
Everybody done?
Mataji, where is Mukund? He's showing, but I don't.
Okay,
I
okay.
saw.
We will spotlight him.
I'm spotlighting. Okay. Very nice. Mukund, good job. Send it. Mukund, send in the group. Dina Krishna, you have to join the group. I have a new group. No. Mukund, good job.
Mataji, this is mine.
Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Dina Krishna wants you to see.
Mataji,
Amma.
I drew my drawing only from my left hand.
That's
Yeah.
very nice.
Mataji, I'm drawing it from my left hand too.
Okay, good job. Okay, I'm calling Vinita Gandharvika Mataji.
Yeah, Mataji, I'm here, Mataji. I spotlighted you.
Dina Krishna wants you to show. See.
Very beautiful, very beautiful.
Mataji, can I show? I finished mine.
Who is that?
Mataji, this is Suraj.
Suraj.
I couldn't see.
Suraj.
Mataji, can you put?
Dina Krishna, that's a really nice
Yeah,
mustache.
who is
Yes, very good mustache.
I show everybody bye. Can you put it a little closer?
Suraj, it's really hard to see.
Suraj.
It's very light.
Suraj.
You might want to outline it with marker.
Yeah, do the outlining with marker and then post it in the group. Okay? We'll wait.
Somebody else was asking, can I show mine? Who was that?
I think it's Ansh Mataji.
That was me,
Good job. Very nice.
So cute. Your voice is so small. All kids were like screaming and thinking, where is the small voice coming? Who is that? Good
Yes,
job.
a sweet voice. Okay, those who all finished, please post in the group. And I will see you with a new chapter and a new craft or drawing next week. You all are doing drawing.
Mataji, can you look at my screen?
Yeah.
Can you look at my screen?
Yes, we looked it.
Definition of
Yogurt milk sleeping at night walking.
Yeah.
Mataji, definition of yogurt, milk sleeping at night, and
waking up